Hello, everybody. I'm gonna give you a little bit of news of the construction field, the installation that is not finished. But I'm gonna show you a little bit the process and respond to some people who are scared for me about snakes and wildlife and all that. So I advance on the porch. So now there is a day bed here. It starts to be great. And you know what is really interesting is that these old carpets, when I moved, I thought, okay, I'm going to throw them away. And my little voice said, no, keep them. And in fact, they are perfect here. I don't care that they are, wet or stained. They are perfect there. So this is the place where I am most of the time because I really love to be outside. And here is where my little bird and rabbits are coming to drink. And I put some remnant of veggies also, and they love it. So this is like that. And inside, it's still in process. The sewing machine is here. The iron board is here. It's not done. I am turning around. I finished one bedroom. It's finished. The bedroom is for my friend and my guest. So it's there. Voila, so this is done. Just this thing to take off from the ceiling. And it will be perfect. And I am playing around, with what I have. It's a little bit like strange to come from one big room to this room that is a little bit bigger, like 200 square feet more, not more. My studio was big, actually. It was 450 square feet. And to go in a space that is fragmented. It's easier for me to be in a big space than in a fragmented space like that. It was no closets at all. So like I had my dressing room. And like this, I have this room, this other bedroom, tiny. It's to put all my dressing rooms. So, and my shoes that are hidden there. So this is not finished yet, but it's in process as well. Here, so this corner is not finished. And here I am working on it. And that area, the entrance is not finished. So there is a lot to do. And this is my provisory bed, waiting to get my platform mounted and to have the queen mattress. And I'm going to sleep in this big room. And this is going to be towards the kitchen. And you have the view outside on the porch. So everything, I try to make everything flowing from one space to another one. This floor is really beautiful. And even if I don't like tiles, because I don't like lines, I love the shade and it's very fresh under my feet. So for summer, it's perfect. And the good thing is that this carpet that I did not throw away, this one is a remnant of, you see all the fabric and the mess. This is a remnant of the big one that I was obliged to cut because it was arriving in front of that and I wanted to keep the tiles, the stone, without carpet in front of the window. So I cut the big carpet and to have this area with carpet because I love really to be on the floor. And the remnant came really perfectly in this spot, like that. Perfect size. I trim and I make fringes. And I'm very happy with that because it could not be better. And now in this area in the middle, where there is all this mess now, it's going to be my winter carpet that some people saw my wool from New Zealand carpet that I love. And it's going to be there in the winter time. So it's going to be really amazing to do yoga, facing the view. The pity is that there is this line in the middle. These are the window that I would never do in my house if I built a house. It will be like sliding in the walls to don't have this thing in the middle. So voila, so I wanted to give you a little tour. That Ganesh is here, very happy. And my gong is here. He found a place as well. And voila, so now I have my pile of fabrics and I have to finish. So I wanted to share this with you, and let me put this on a pod and turn and see you a little bit. Let's see, where do I turn this thing here? So voila. So I wanted to, let me take some glasses as well. I wanted to give you some news because I'm not really present. It's a weird time. It's like it has been quite disorienting because of the space that is not the same. I'm used to being in one big space and I have everything around me, and it's much more convenient for me than a fragmented space like that. So I have to find a way to I took off the door of the bedroom. I have to find a way to open that space, keeping it warm, but to open in a way that it looks like a big room. So I'm working on that, and this is a question of proportion and what color of fabric to put here or there. I still don't have my fridge, the story of the fridge. That was postponed to beginning of August, and now it's postponed to middle of September. So I'm patient, but until I have the fridge, I cannot fix this corner. I have to have the fridge to be able to fix the corner going towards the kitchen. So for now, I put a piece of fabric and I don't see the fridge. So this is the thing. I also finished back of me here. It's also closet dressing room with this window that I kept finally like that. I wanted to put dressing room to the back, but it's really nice when I open. I see the desert area there, and the evening there is sunshine. It's really nice. So I'm happy like that. I can open and see the desert, or I can close. I have this more, cozy place. And yeah, so I'm turning around and I have messages because I go through different stages, and I saw that some people are going through the same kind of thing, like weird mood, like both, don't desire to do, we have to push ourselves to do things. And so me, I take this easy. I decided that, okay, it's a time like that. And I answer to some of my followers who had the same kind of feeling. And I say, don't forget that when we have the feeling nothing is at work, because we have we are not in the intensity of creating, doing, all that. It's also maybe our higher self who sends us this mood to slow down and to desire to do nothing. Because maybe at another level, often, what we see is so infinite by what we don't see, beside what we don't see. So often, I think, and it's what I have the feeling when I'm slowing down like that, when I am turning around and I don't know. In fact, it's in this moment that I have inspiration to do this or this or this, And I say, I've not thought about that. It's because I let settle. I was not always in the action. I was not always doing. But this state of not being annoyed, but not really desiring to do something very like that, mellow. And I think we have to enjoy this, because it's when something is like that, something is always in process, in the invisible, in what we don't see, in what we don't know. So we have to trust that, and we have to enjoy these times. To enjoy, and if we can, if we are not, obliged to go working in an office, like at my age now, retirement age, it's a blessing. To be able to stay at home and to enjoy, and to close the door and go walking if it's not too hot. During the day I cannot, it's too hot. But this morning, I was like, no, okay, usually the morning I'm ready to go and do things. So this morning I took my cold shower outside. I love to shower outside. I did in 2 months 3 showers inside. So I have my place, I do my shower outside, and it was cool. And after I went walking a little bit. And after I was ready to start my emails and answer to my emails and all that, and do some video conference with my clients, my customers, and do my presentation. And my day has been very busy with that. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every moment. And the mess gonna wait one day more, it's that. And it's nice because the fact to have all these things around, it's inspiring me, because if I were not around, suddenly something attracts me there. I say, oh, I can do that with that piece, or I can do that, and I connect. It's like connecting things. Oh, I can hide this there. Oh, I could put that there. I'm gonna try. So it's that process where the letting go, where the no desire. In fact, it's necessary. For me, I notice that many times. It's like a latence. I don't know if you say this in English, where it's latent, where it's like something in suspension. In the extreme, when people don't feel good in this state, it's like we can put the image, the metaphor of the caterpillar who is going in the chrysalid before becoming a butterfly. And it's like this state, we don't know, we don't feel really good, we are like, And it's always something that is at work that we don't know. So instead of wondering, wow, what do I have? And I don't even enjoy my beautiful place. And I'm like, no, just stop and say, okay, it's a time like that. I take it. And this, just by being like that, it unlocks something. Because we don't interrupt the flow. Even if it seems to don't flow, it's flowing all the time. Everything is impermanent. Everything is moving all the time. And as I said before, what we see is just a mini part of what it is. And this is a wonder, this is a magic. We don't know what is at work right now all around us, in that space that we feel void, but it's not void. There are a lot of things around. Last day I was with my new friend neighbor was one of my followers since many years that I didn't know. She never contacted me. And she realized I was her neighbor. So she met me at the farmer's market the second time I was there. And she came to me, I'm sorry, but I want to let you know that you are my neighbor. I said, what? And we are like 300 yards away, and I cannot see her house because there are rocks and it's back of the rocks. So we went she knows very well the area with her husband. It's 15 years she lives here. And we went to do this beautiful little hike in the preserve, Morongo Preserve. And we were like watching in between the bushes, in the shade, the plants. And we were amazed by the fact that we cannot see everything. That there are so many things that are unseen from us, but they are alive, they are there. And some people are very sensitive, and they can see, they can feel elementals. Sometimes it happened to me to feel them, especially when I'm busy, for example, photo shooting, because with the lens, with the camera, there is a kind of magic phenomenon happening, you isolate, you are really focused, you are really present, you stop to breathe when you click. And in fact, this brings you in another dimension by the lens, by the respiration, by the admiration of beauty. And this connects you directly to the spiritual world. the world of spirit. And it's really like it's out of time and space, and some things can manifest when we are in this state. And sometimes I felt like I was seen, like something was watching me. And I'm not paranoid, not at all. But it exists. There are forces around us, forces that we cannot see. And like we cannot see our thought, we cannot see our emotions, but they exist. And you have entities, elementals, that are all around us, but we cannot see them. But sometimes we can feel them. So this is very interesting also, because I had a lot of message of people like, I'm scared for you, there are snakes, and how take care. And first you have to know that when I am in the desert, I'm even more present than usual. In the desert, you are obliged to be present. You cannot walk with the nose in the sky like that, You really look where you put your feet. Maybe there is a rock that is unbalanced and you can fall. Especially I'm hiking alone, so people ask me why I have a stick. First, because it's my stick, I love it. But also it's very useful, it's my companion, because when I climb on some hills and it's very dry, the sand, it's not less, it's a tough, it's not sand, it's big sand, it's like sliding. I have to care when I go down on the slope. I have to care if I fall, who's gonna help me there? So even if I have my phone, I can always call, but it's not by fear, it's just by being in prevention. And this is very important, to be vigilant. Vigilant doesn't mean that you are scared and danger is all around you. No, vigilant is really by being present. And by that, it helps to see even more things than by being fast and watching around. You can see details when you slow down like that and you are present and you put your feet. First, it's a good feeling to be ensured and to be on the ground, to be grounded. And it's like feeling the space around me when I walk like that become dense, that has a density. And it's like crossing fields, like a thickness in the space around me. And it's for that, like I said before, the space that we feel is void, because there is no, thing that doesn't make us go from there to there. But when you are in this state of being very present, where you take care of how you walk and you watch around, and the space around, the field, invisible, transparent field you cross become thicker. It's another dimension. And now that my vision is lower than when I was younger, and I'm working on that, it's for that, I'm very busy. I started to do vision exercise as well. And in 1 week, I see better. It's less blurry. But I don't like to hike with my glasses. I love to hike without sunglasses. I love to don't have this kind of wall in between to screen. And I see things differently, because with a kind of not neat vision, the depth of field become different. And it's like this invisible space around take another dimension, like get thickness, like that. It's really, really interesting. Really interesting. I really do in a way to take the best of any condition. It's not like, oh my goodness, I'm losing my eyes, it's a bummer. And yes, it's not pleasant. I would love to see very well, and like I was seeing before, but I'm working on that and I'm discovering things. And it's like last day I was sunbathing naked there at 7 o'clock in the morning after it's too hot. So I take my half hour, sun bath. And poor thing, I stuck a fire ant under my butt. So now I have a thing like that. It's the first time I've been bitten by a fire ant, and I can tell you it's really strong, but I'm not scared because I've been bitten by very bad spiders. So I'm used to go through process not really pleasant for months, not to heal, months, not weeks or days. So I was like, okay, so now what am I gonna do? So I went online and I checked what are the natural remedy for that. I have an idea about lavender and all that. And also what I said once about when you are burned, when you feel a burn or itching, for me, what I do, I put hot water. Burn almost not boiling, but that I can just support very, very hot water, and this calm immediately. It's really, it's like the acupuncture I was seeing say, the acupuncturist was saying that you kill the fire, you cure the fire by the fire, and it works. So I did that, and I did a mix of my essential oil. Beside lavender, there is bay leaves, there is basil, there is, I forgot another one, winter grass. So I put all that in some arnica oil, and I don't have burning, I have the big red thing like that. But it will pass. So it was a source of learning how to heal this. And I read a lot online, and I say, oh, this is quite interesting. Now, what I would love to know, I have to check more. What is this kind of, is it a venom they have? What is the property of this venom? Because the spiders, for example, I read once that when you are bitten by a spider and you have this very difficult time to heal, it took months to heal because the venom don't make the skin repairing around the bite. So it's really complicated. I still have a big scar here from the last one, like 8 years ago. It was a brown recluse, this one. And before, some years before, I had a black widow on the other ankle. So I had both of them, but the other one, the scar is gone, and this one is almost gone. But it's a source of learning. You can learn so much because you are affected in your body, and if you are curious and you want to find a way, you found a way. Especially now with the internet, you can have so many information, and you can be in touch with forums, and you can found a lot of precious information and do what is great. So I wanted just to do this little live video to give you some news, and also to tell you that in 2 months I just saw one snake, and the kind one, the one that are very peaceful and tiny one. And I saw 2 other babies, one in the beak of Oscar. Oscar loves the baby snakes and the lizard. I'm a little bit worried because since yesterday I have not seen Arthur, the lizard, the big lizard that is here. And I wonder if Oscar did not took him. I wonder, because I saw Oscar on the pasture a lot these days. So I don't know. So my stick can be for snake, but it's not because I'm scared of snakes. In 2 months, I'm in this. I don't go in the rocks in summer. This also is something that instinctively I know. You don't go in the rocks in summer because when it's hot, the snakes needs to be in places where it's not too hot, because they have nothing to protect their skin. They can burn, so they go in the shade. They go in the rocks. They go, in between rocks. So in summer, no way to go in the rocks, or very carefully when it's very open and you have, but in winter I'm going to climb this one. I want to see from there how it is, and to discover, like this morning, I was not in the rocks, but I went on a road that I don't know, and I saw these beautiful round rocks, like ball. I wanted to bring them for the patio, but you don't bring rocks, you let them where they are. So yeah, so it's good when you do hiking, and a lot of people who hike, they have all the, you know, hiking sticks, or just to have a stick, and it's helpful for many things, you know. So it's well, I think I answered to your question. I'm gonna check if I have some question. I have so many subject topic I would love to speak about, but I'm too busy in my mind and in my daily lives to take the time. The day are passing so fast, and you see it's almost night, and I say, and every day I say, okay, I'm gonna do a live, and time is passing, and after it's night and there is no light. So let me see if I see something, if you have some question. Some people also ask me if it was very hot. It's not. Today it was 36 Celsius, the maximum, and the morning is very good. The morning is like 20, 22, 25. So it's not hot, but it's really wonderful. And I have my AC finally working, even if the installation is for me a disaster, because I wonder, oh, you want to see the bit mark? It's in my cellulite part, so maybe you're going to see it here. I don't know if you see. You see that thing red? It's that. So as I have cellulite a little bit here, it's not flowing very well, so it stays stuck. If it was in a place where it's flowing, it will be drained easier, and it will not be like that. So it's gonna stay maybe. So I massage a little bit with my mix of essence oil. It's hard. It's a little bit like, yeah, it's like a little bit, the surface is higher and it's hard. It's not soft. So I hope you saw it. And but it's a very interesting. So I wonder what are the properties of the venom of these ants, because it's a chemical, natural chemical, but I'm sure there are properties. One of the spiders, I was reading that indigenous people, shamans, they are inoculating this venom, and this, in fact, to be used to, but also as a kind of, I cannot say therapeutic, but they do this because they know that these venom are slowing down the heartbeat, and they do it on purpose in some tribes. So me, I've been bitten twice. I didn't know, but I discovered that on reading about, you know, spiders and all that, and I was surprised. I said, wow. And they said that this make your life longer because your heart is beating slower, on a slower pace. And it's like when we slow down the heart when we are seated in silence, you know, in a meditation. The heartbeat becomes lower, slower, slower. And in fact, it gives the same thing with the venom of spiders. So now, with this of ants, I don't know what are the property, and it's also on my right leg. That is the leg that is for me less flexible, that is more difficult to, when I do yoga. It's the side that is more difficult to work with. So it can be very interesting. So let's see. So you saw the mark, and you saw, let's see if I go back to the end. Yeah, I'm very happy here. Very, very happy. It's beyond what I was, thinking about, and I'm very, very happy about this experience. Who is in moving process? Oh, you are in moving process to Florida. Yeah, this was my thing. Like when I knew I was going to move, it was I was going in Florida, but life made it differently. Ah, it looks like it's healing. You think? I have no burn this evening. It became bigger. It was smaller yesterday, and I saw that it's normal. 24 hours after, it can become bigger. And now I will follow, and I'm gonna put my oil. I'm gonna do again this very warm water application, and after I put the oil, and with the arnica I think it spread very well the over essential oil, because arnica, as you know, it's good for bruise, so it's because the blood is circulating more. I'm gonna put some helichrysum from Corsica as well. I forgot about this, because helichrysum is really to help the blood flow, and like arnica, but even stronger, to help the blood flow like this. Everything can, exchange, and the body can release the venom. Yeah, so there are a lot of subjects that people ask me. Do I sleep well at night? I sleep better in this place, even if my bed is not optimum for now. It's just a very thin latex mattress, because I wanted to have the day bed with the other mattress that is there. And I sleep well. Yes, I cannot say I'm not sleeping well. The only thing is that I have to go to pee, and the bathroom is far away there. When I was in my little big studio, I have my bed, and 3 yards away I had the bathroom, so it was perfect. But now it's like I have to go, I have to come back, I have to sleep again. It's another adventure, but it's okay. I'm really these days I don't need a nap like I was at the beginning. When I moved here, I was so tired of the moving. I really had to nap every day. I was so tired, really, really. Now it's great. I feel really good. I go to bed around 10:30, 11, wake up at 6. It's great. Yeah. And it's this morning it was a coyote just there where there's I think they come to drink at night, because I see the water going down very fast, and I don't think it's the sun, and at night it's like, so I think they are coming. I'm gonna clean the sand all around to see the print, who is coming at night here. Oh, yesterday I went to see my neighbor friend at her house, because I never been before. And when I arrived from far away, I say, they have a dog? I say, this is not a dog. And even if I don't see well, I see the difference between a dog and a bobcat. The bobcat was right at her door. Huge. Bigger than the one I saw in Malibu. Very beautiful bobcat. Between a bobcat and it was very high on it was not a mountain lion, not at all mountain lion, but it was a bobcat, but a very tall one. And she told me that once she was with her parents, the bobcat came in between them outside. They were seated outside, and the bobcat came in between them. And she told me also that once she saw the bobcat with 2 babies, cute babies, and they were playing to go climb on the tree and playing together. Amazing. It's really amazing. But this is so full of life here. Really, really, really beautiful. So I'm gonna let you, and I'm gonna have also on the 29th, I think, a video live with someone who sent me great skincare product that she does by herself, all organic. And she sent me kindly some product, and we're gonna do a live with a small collaboration to raise money for the orphanage. And after that, I'm going to have another one with Athena from the Sage Goddess, who sent me also great product, really good. And we're going to do also, collaboration, raising money for the orphanage together. So I may be more present soon. So let's see if I have some question at the end. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I wish you a very good evening or a very good day. For us it's evening here, and the colors are really beautiful outside, and that very soon.